Hey, I got everybody on. Well, good morning. Minutes late. Internet, a little bit of internet issues, but bear with me. I'm working to get on here right at 11. That kind of thing. So 11 Central Time. So 11 Central Time live. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So yes. So working on making they. However, technical difficulties are technical difficulties. When I pop on here and I'm ready to go live, sometimes it doesn't like, welcome to my life, right? All right. So I'm going to jump right in. Just remember today, I just want to make everybody aware of this. You can win something. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Plain and simple. You can go ahead and win something. All you have to do is enter. Is really simple. Just like and comment. I don't care what you comment. You can be like thumbs up. You can be like loved your video. Trail riding and happy well-being. I don't know, whatever you want to. You can give me that agree. Okay. And that's how you get entered. You just like and you comment and you're entered to win. And I give that away November 15th. It's just a one-on-one week with me or any, that's where I can take some time and answer any questions that you might have. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump right in today. Today title is motivation, starting to minimalize. Okay. I'm just going to call out the elephant in the room. It is hard to think of cleaning the closets, getting rid of stuff. Something we want to do, correct? I mean, out of all the things that I'm asked of what I want to do with my day, is not it. Okay. However, if you are working with a parent, and I'm there, but I'm not quite yet to this point, but I am for myself. Because we all look at what is going to happen and be at in the next 3 years. Where are we going to be at in the next 5 years? Okay. In 3 years, a lot of things change. My oldest is out of college. My youngest is out of, as far as my husband and I are concerned, the sky is the limit. Like, we don't have to stay put right where we are at. Do we want to stay put right where we are in Iowa? We've both done, we've worked in Iowa our whole lives. We've traveled to different places. There's a few different places that we would like to live, but do we want to? Do we want to? Okay. And, here's the thing is, if not only for yourself, but if you're looking at like a parent, where are they going to be in 5 years? Where are they going to be at in 5 years? Okay. If they are no longer with us or in a nursing home or whether, do you want to deal with this right now then, or would you prefer to deal with it now? That's up to you. However, I'm going to say I have seen so many people come in overwhelmed with just, even if you move your parents into an assisted living, and I'm not going to lie, assisted living has its perks. If somebody's going to cook, I'm kind of wondering if they have it for my age, because if somebody could cook me meals, come and check on me, help me with my laundry, like, it has its perks, right? They're feel better. They have a community. They're more taken care of, right? Then why stay in your own home, and try and keep up and repair and all of that. Okay. And it does get to be a lot to make time to go over and, take care of their lawn or, whatever, landscape, whatever. And, like my parents don't live close. It's not like I can just pop over there. So it is, how do you get motivated to get moving? So when 5, 10, whatever years happen, are you going to be ready to do what you want? Because here's the other, people call me up and they say, hey, I want to sell my house. We're thinking about moving with our grandkids, or we're thinking about moving to where our kids are, which could be something possible looking at in the next 3 years, 3 to 4 years, depending. Okay. If we want to move where our kids are at or closer to where our kids are at, it's not off the table. Okay. But I go in there and I tell them, okay, we need to declutter. We need to, you need to do this, you need to do that. They get this look on their face of like, well, that's a lot of stuff. And we were hoping to just like pop it on the market and get rolling, right? Well, that's a lot of stuff, and this is time, and I'm still working, and I'm still, so that's why I'm doing this, is just to kind of help people find their motivation prior to when you're actually going to retire, when you actually want to make that move. And even if you start this now and it doesn't happen in 10 years, and maybe it never happens, you still have started this, so it's less to do later on. Okay. I challenge you to sit down and go, what is your goal with this? What is your goal with this? So for me right now, part of the reason I'm doing some construction project going on in our kitchen. So what a better time to downsize some of your kitchen stuff. I mean, I have things that I have stored away that I think I've used one time, and I've not used it since. Okay. It's just something that I had. So I went ahead and I've got some stuff that I need to put on one of the things that's in there, and I'll just put it on there to sell. It was something I bought for something else and I used it one time. Okay. So that's perfect. Perfect. Get rid of, so you have a big construction project, go ahead and get that stuff out, right? But now it has continued for me to move further on. But what is our goal with this? My goal, or my husband's goal, is to be like, okay, in 5 years, if we are ready to pick up and moving parts and a lot of factors with this. So it may not happen in 5 years, but if we are going to pick up and move in 5 years, I can keep it minimalized, start minimalizing stuff, and start doing that. I still have all my kids' furniture in their house, in their rooms and all of that kind of stuff. As somebody said, break their fork and tell them to go. I'm not doing that, but you know what stuff I'm talking about. You accumulate stuff, right? Okay. So what's the goal with this? Your goal is to help your parents minimalize some things so they can get around better. Okay. So what's the goal in this? And, how soon do you want to start it? Okay. What is the why? Okay. So my last comment brought into are we doing this because mom and dad need to have their stuff downsized so they can get around and not get hurt or not fall? But a gal the other day that tripped over the corner of a recliner and laid there for several hours. And it was because their daughter afternoon, because she came after work but she had done it in the morning and laid there for several hours, and she was hospitalized. So do you need to move some things? Do you need so you can get around, so they can move around and move safely around and get up? If they fall, can they get themselves up kind of thing. Okay. As far as you, what is the why? My why kind of ties right into the goal is when my kids have their families, I don't know that I want to, unless they moved back here, I don't know what real life is going to take them. But I want to be where my kids are, somewhere, but I don't have to move next door. But I would like, if they get a job, I don't want them to minimize their thinking that they have to stay in Iowa. Okay. I want them to think outside of Iowa. If the job that they want lands here in Iowa, great. If not, then, I want them to be able and be like, hey, sky's the limit, right? So if that's the case, I don't want to be, I don't want a few hours away, like a day or two, like if they happen to move out east or out west, I don't want to be a day or two or have to fly or, whatever, maybe they don't want me closer. I don't know, but that's my grander plan. Right. So that's just where, or, we've also talked about going someplace where it's warmer. We do a lot with horses. Winter's a drag here in Iowa for horse people because we can't, unless you have an indoor arena, you can't really do anything with them. Okay. And we keep active in that stuff. So that's our why, why. And then the last thing that a lot of people don't narrow in on is this is another point of overwhelm for everyone. Where do I start? Okay. So that is why I have been doing some of these lives, ideas on where to start, where you can start, what you can do, how you can make it a priority to do all of this and still work a job and still take all the things that we do as moms, take care of our kids, that kind of thing. So I don't know, a lot of this stuff gets laid on me as getting it organized and getting it done. Okay. So, that's where I come into this to get this done. Okay. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys in work and moving on, and getting started or finding, because we always talk about the future. We always talk about, well, when I win the lottery or when I, when I retire. Here's the other thing. My husband and I want to travel. We want to travel when we retire. I don't know that I want a big place, leave it for a month or two that I have to worry about, that I can't just pack us all up and go, that kind of thing. So, and I'm talking horses too, like, and shut down the place and just have somebody come in and check on it periodically. Right. So there is that as well. Okay. I hope helped you guys a little bit, kind of get you guys inspired, motivated to get moving with it. If you like this video and you want to see more of these, I come on every day live, okay, which would be 12 Eastern time, and I think it is 10 Pacific time. So I come on every day live. So if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button and then hit the bell so you can get notified. If you're on Facebook or Instagram or any of the, you can go ahead and check live that you want to get notified when I come on live, but also pop over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. That way, for sure I'm here, that you'll get notified. Okay. So anyway, you guys have an amazing Wednesday,